Welcome back to BT. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. And we are talking about the anniversary of the tragic shooting on the Danforth of a year ago. And one of the things that came out of that, Devo, was an incredible benefit concert called Toronto Together. It was led by alternate rockers, Billy Talent, who actually live in the neighborhood of the Danforth. That's another thing. People talk about the Danforth as the restaurants and the Greek culture, but it's also a huge arts community. Massive. They put this concert on at the Danforth Music Hall, which is, you know, a venue that many people have gone to see great bands and great performances at. Many people came together. 1,500 people packed the Danforth Music Hall last year, about 3 weeks after the shooting, as Toronto bands came together, and proceeds were donated to the Toronto Strong Fund.
It was amazing. I remember when they talked about putting that show together and, you know, getting other acts to be involved with it, and there was no hesitation from anyone.
Absolutely.
They said, we're there, whatever you need, which is great. And like you said, that venue is iconic, yeah, for this city and, of course, for that neighborhood.
And I think it's something, too, that, you know, getting together as artists and celebrating, you know, the good in Toronto is part of the healing process. So that was last year, some artists in the area of the Danforth coming together to raise funds for Toronto Strong, the Toronto Strong Fund.
Awesome.
Marvel's strong. Marvel's going strong. This weekend at Comic-Con, they made announcements that, like, blew the lid off of Hall H. People were very excited. There's been a lot of question.
Right. So Phase 4, what's that mean?
Phase 4 means after Endgame, essentially. So what they're going to do, what new characters. We talked earlier about the Canadian actor who has been cast as the first Asian superhero, played by Canadian actor Simu Liu. He is going to play that, but that doesn't end it there. Angelina Jolie is joining the MCU in the Eternals. Mahershala Ali is in a remake of Blade, and Natalie Portman as a female Thor. And I think that what we're seeing in this is an evolution out of Avengers into new characters, which is very exciting, and it's also inclusive. The Eternals will include Marvel's first deaf superhero.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is really incredible. Tessa Thompson is confirming that her star character, her Thor character, Valkyrie, is openly queer, and that's something that was alluded to in the third film, but not openly. So we're going to see more of that from Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson. Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow is finally getting her own movie.
Like 9 years for that?
Yeah, I think it's about time. And it's no small deal that there will be a female Thor. As I mentioned, Natalie Portman will play that. She was the love interest of Thor. Now she's taken on the hammer herself.
Well, that's it, right? Because of the way the comic books go, and back in 2014, and it's just a switch over, and she takes on the name. I think it's amazing. Yeah. And I think she, you know, she posted a photo saying, "This is the before photo. Before I get jacked, watch out." So that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
she had some
we
fun
saw
with
that
it.
with Brie Larson. Completely changed her physicality to become Captain Marvel. And Avengers Endgame has finally met its goal. It is the biggest money-making movie of all time.
Of all time!
In the world. In the world. Domestically, in North America, Star Wars The Force Awakens still holds the record, but for the world, Avengers Endgame, it now tops all of everybody with an estimated $2.79 billion.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. Mel, we're going to throw it to you and see what's happening in news.